Taiwan NSB confirms China secret police active in Taiwan. Most lucrative internship in the US pays $9,000 a month. Taiwan gets Five Eyes intelligence link. Grimes invites people to use her voice in AI songs. French fries may be linked to depression. Romanians crowdfund Mad Max armored vehicles for Ukraine. The mystery of Quasars, the most powerful objects in the universe. World's largest Rhino farm up for auction.
Hello, I'm Johnny. Thank you for joining us on Funday News. It's Thursday, April 27th, and here are your top stories. Taiwan News, an English media outlet, reported Taiwan's National Security Bureau Director General Tsai Ming-yen confirmed during an interpellation session at the Legislative Yuan on Wednesday that China's secret overseas police exist and are active in Taiwan. Tsai said his agency is working with the police and justice system to confirm if cases involve illegal activity. Tsai added that among the many cases the NSB is investigating, some are entering the stage where the government is pressing charges.
The media reported that during Wednesday's interpellation, legislator Lo Chi-cheng said there are at least 102 China's secret police bases in 53 countries across all continents. While China might not be brazen enough to establish police service stations in Taiwan, through related parties and organizations, it may be surveilling Chinese nationals or spouses in Taiwan. When Luo asked if his theory about Chinese surveillance was true, Tsai responded, "Yes, the organizations exist."
The highest-paying U.S. internships are still intact, despite the industry's mass layoffs and shift to austerity in recent months. According to Glassdoor, fintech firm Stripe Inc. and video game developer Roblox Corp. Topped the list with an average salary of more than $9,000 a month for temporary entry-level gigs, which mostly go to college students and recent graduates. That would translate to a wage of about $56 an hour or an annual salary of about $108,000.
Bloomberg said that's more than double what the $25 per hour wage the average intern made in 2022, which still represents an 11% jump from the average pay of the year before. Glassdoor found that Nvidia came in third for best pay while boasting an exceptionally strong business outlook. Beyond tech, other well-paid internships can be found on Wall Street and in consulting, from finance companies like Capital One Financial Corp. and J.P. Morgan Chase to advisory firms like McKinsey and Bain.
According to Reuters reports, when questioned in Parliament on Wednesday, the Director General of Taiwan's National Security Bureau, Tsai Ming-yen, said it had upgraded its computers to exchange real-time intelligence with the Five Eyes Alliance. He said, "We can connect with the Five Eyes Alliance through a confidential system without giving details." Taiwan's annual military drills this year will take place from May 15th and will focus on breaking a blockade by Chinese forces through gathering and deploying adequate intelligence.
The Five Eyes Intelligence Alliance refers to an intelligence alliance composed of the United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. Established during World War II, it aims to share intelligence and enhance global security capabilities. The 5 countries collaborate through their intelligence agencies to collect, analyze, and share intelligence for counterterrorism, counterintelligence, defense, and other security purposes. It is not clear if Taiwan could access intel from the alliance's echelon network.
Grimes has welcomed musicians to create new songs with her voice using artificial intelligence, saying she would split 50% of royalties on any successful AI-generated track that included her voice. The Canadian singer, whose real name is Claire Boucher, tweeted that it was the same deal as I would with any artist I collaborate with. She tweeted, "Feel free to use my voice without penalty." She said she was interested in being a guinea pig, and she thought it's cool to be fused with a machine.
She added, "I like the idea of open sourcing all art and killing copyright." Last week, Universal Music successfully petitioned TikTok, YouTube, and Spotify to remove a track titled Heart on My Sleeve, which used AI vocals generated from their artists Drake and The Weeknd. The label said, "The training of generative AI using our artists' music was a violation of copyright law." However, Universal's position has not been tested in court. Copyrighting human-created art that is infused with AI elements remains a legal gray area.
I always needed time on my own. I never thought I could be parents.
I take your blessings with your heartaches too. It's so easy and so wonderful to know it's you.
学习，一切从今天开始。Funday 英语。
A research team in Hangzhou, China found that frequent consumption of fried foods, especially fried potatoes, was linked with a 12% higher risk of anxiety and 7% higher risk of depression than in people who didn't eat fried foods. In the new study, the researchers suggest that acrylamide, a chemical formed during the frying process, especially in fried potatoes, is to blame for the higher risk of anxiety and depression. Dr. Walter Willett of Harvard said the results should be regarded as very preliminary.
Problems. A new study says we are in a toxic relationship with fries. They're giving us anxiety and depression.
Dr. Walter Willett is a professor of epidemiology and nutrition at Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health. The health effects of fried food will depend greatly on what food is fried and what type of fat is used for frying. He said, potatoes are a concern for possible effects of mood because they can cause large surges in blood sugar and then hormonal responses to these surges. However, these surges are partly blunted by fat, which would be provided by the fat from frying.
A fleet of armored vehicles inspired by the death of one Ukrainian soldier is being custom-built with donations from Romania. This bus, photographed in a suburb of Kyiv on April 23rd, is one of several unique armor-plated vehicles that have been crowdfunded by Romanians and are now about to be sent to the fighting in Ukraine's east. The vehicle once served as a public bus for the residents of Pila in northern Poland. Now it is equipped as a mobile field hospital wrapped in steel and Kevlar armor.
Well, we are in fact in the most important place of this surgical complex.
The project is spearheaded by Radu Hasu, an activist from Brasov who grew a large social media following for reporting in his native Romanian language from the front lines in Ukraine. Hasu says the Oleg Gubal complex has cost a total of around 130,000 euros donated by Romanians, with most of the money spent on medical equipment and military-grade armor plating. The fleet of armored vehicles is scheduled to leave Kyiv and drive toward the fighting in eastern Ukraine in early May.
Scientists have unlocked one of the biggest mysteries of quasars, the brightest, most powerful objects in the universe, by discovering that they are ignited by galaxies colliding. The collisions were discovered when researchers, using deep imaging observations from the Isaac Newton telescope in La Palma, observed the presence of distorted structures in the outer regions of the galaxies that are home to quasars. The work is published in monthly notices of the Royal Astronomical Society.
That's not the sun at all, but the radiation and gamma-ray-filled light coming from a quasar.
This is the first time that a sample of quasars of this size has been imaged with this level of sensitivity. By comparing observations of 48 quasars and their host galaxies with images of over 100 non-quasar galaxies, researchers concluded that galaxies hosting quasars are approximately 3 times as likely to be interacting or colliding with other galaxies. The study has provided a significant step forward in our understanding of how these powerful objects are triggered and fueled.
The world's largest rhino conservation farm is going up for auction in South Africa. Its owner, John Humes, said his heavily guarded farm at an undisclosed location in Northwest Province has around 2,000 southern white rhinos, and there are miles of fences, cameras, heat detectors, and an army of rangers patrol the site, which employs about 100 people. Humes said, "I have finally run out of money," but he believes they should be sold to fund conservation projects, creating a legal market for them.
Future for these rhinos in Northwest Province, South Africa, depends on the outcome of a sale.
The online auction opens on Wednesday and on offer is the farm with its animals, land, and machinery. He said its 10-ton stock of rhino horns to the lot is negotiable. The horns were preventively cut off as a way to dissuade poachers from killing the animals, and would be worth more than $500 million on the black market. South Africa is home to nearly 80% of the world's rhinos. On black markets, where the price per weight rivals that of gold and cocaine at an estimated $60,000 per kilogram.
Let's take a look at today's vocabulary from the news of French fries. Number 1, Be to blame for something. 应受谴责. Drinking may be to blame for 1 in 4 cases of dementia, doctors have warned. Number 2, preliminary. 预备的，初步的，开始的. After a few preliminary remarks, he announced the winners. Number 3, surge. 物价、利润等急剧上升，飞涨、激增. Share prices surged. We are having trouble keeping up with the recent surge in demand. And that's it for today's Funday News. Be sure to tune in to Funday News from Monday to Friday and click the link below to join Funday for free. I'm Johnny Wu, your host. I will see you next time.